Hey everybody, it's Patty with Patty's Person Pounds. Keeping up with consistency, let's review last week's budget or last week's spending, and then the final paycheck in August. So, last week's spending, we went to New York to visit my mother-in-law for a few days, only Thursday through Sunday. So, with gas prices, that was kind of costly, and then we ate dinner. We ate like either dinner or like a late lunch out every day. We did get some money in from my friend who went with us, so kind of, I think, evened out by the end of the week, but let's check it out. So my deposit in my regular checking account was $636.15 plus additional $250. That's a regular 40-hour week paycheck. My 3 automatic savings happens every week. It's $150. I took out $300 cash for New York, and then I took out $60 for my savings challenge and sinking funds. Before we went, we had dinner for $52.17. We took out an additional $104.50 for my husband and I to go to the casino for one day. Actually, literally 20 minutes because we lost it in 20 minutes. Then we had lunch up there for $25.84. CVS stuff we had to get up there, $26.47. Came home on Sunday night and got dinner out, and that was $53.93. Then we had gotten a rotisserie chicken for the week for $10.85. And then this is my pea spending for $20. I did break down all the expenses while we were in New York and what we spend. As you can see, mostly groceries and gas or dinner. We went to Trader Joe's, we had gas. I mean, just in gas, let's see, it was about 50, 100, 180. I'd say about $225 round trip. So, it's definitely a little costly, a lot more than it used to be. And then, so we went from southeastern Massachusetts to Niagara Falls, New York. That's where we went. So all in all, I think this might be right. It was like $567.59 for the 4 days that we were away. Give or take. But it was a trip we enjoyed going on, so that's half the battle. All right, so let's just jump in quickly to this week's paycheck. Now, I only put in for, I think it was about 32 hours. So my paycheck for my checking account was $411.58, plus the $250 goes separately into a separate account to pay credit card debt and to get a buffer in there for my second mortgage. So $661.58 is what we're working with. I'm going to put a buffer in of $20. Again, the $150 is automatic savings into various accounts. I had to mail something for work yesterday, so that was $12.90. I will get reimbursed for that in my next week's paycheck. Childcare, I gave someone $35 this week to help someone that helped do something with my daughter this week already. And so we're at $217.90 with $193.68 left over. My variable expenses, this is what I'm planning. Groceries is $60. We don't need a lot, but we're going to do a BJ's run at the end of this week, from my joint account. And then if we need anything like really small, like half and half, etc., we're going to not spend more than $60 for that. We're not going to spend more than $80 to go out to dinner on Friday. Gas, $40, probably for my husband's vehicle. We're going to a party in Rhode Island on Saturday, so we'll probably have to, put extra gas in his car for that. And then household, I'm not going to spend more than $25. That's really basically it. I've been talking a lot about watching a lot of videos on velocity banking, so I kind of have a little plan in place for the variable expenses this week because we're starting the velocity banking with a credit card in September, but I kind of want to get a feel for it now in this last paycheck. So I'm going to make a chunk payment on my credit card of a certain amount of money, and then I'm going to, when we go to grocery store, when we do dine out, when we do gas, and our household, we will use the credit card to pay for these variable expenses. So that's kind of what velocity banking is all about. You make a chunk payment versus sitting in a buffer account, like in your checking account, a buffer, I mean, I'm not going to be able to chunk $1,000. I just don't have that, but I'm going to be able to chunk $100 to $200 to $300. That's my goal. Maybe weekly is to chunk payment, $250 to $300 a week. And then when we have to spend variable expenses, we'll put that on the credit card. The object is to reduce your monthly balance so that the interest that you're charged is on the lower balance versus a higher balance. And in essence, you're actually paying your credit card debt off faster. I'm going to keep a log. I'm going to track it. I'm going to come back and show you a different video of how I'm tracking, what I'm thinking, how I'm planning it, and then we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, everybody.